infinite solutions.
Ever wondered how to make the best mac and cheese at home? Well, you're not alone. Mac and cheese, this creamy, cheesy comfort food, has won hearts all over the globe. It's a simple dish, yet the smooth blend of pasta and cheese gives it an irresistible allure. It's the ultimate go-to meal for almost any occasion. Whether you're craving a midnight snack or you need a quick meal, mac and cheese has got you covered. Well, you're in the right place to learn how to whip up the best mac and cheese in your very own kitchen. To begin with, you need to gather all the necessary ingredients. Let's start with the basics. The backbone of this dish, macaroni and cheese. The macaroni should be of good quality, as it's the star of the show. Next, the cheese. A blend of sharp cheddar and creamy mozzarella works wonders, but feel free to experiment with your favorites. Now let's move on to the sauce ingredients. You'll need milk, butter, and flour to create the smooth, velvety texture that makes this dish so irresistible. The milk adds richness, the butter gives it a decadent flavor, and the flour helps thicken the sauce. To take your mac and cheese to the next level, consider adding optional ingredients for extra flavor. A dash of mustard or some finely chopped garlic can add a nice kick. Chopped onions can lend a sweet note, while breadcrumbs sprinkled on top will give a delightful crunch. Once you have all these ingredients ready, you're all set to start cooking. First things first, let's get the pasta cooking. Now you might think cooking pasta is as simple as boiling water, but there's a bit more to it than that. Firstly, set a large pot of water on high heat and wait for it to come to a rolling boil. A little trick to keep pasta from sticking is to add a pinch of salt to the boiling water. Now, gently pour in your macaroni. Here's where you need to be vigilant. The key to the perfect mac and cheese is perfectly cooked pasta. You want to aim for al dente, that's Italian for to the tooth. This means your pasta should be firm when bitten. Remember, we're not done cooking it yet. It'll continue to cook in the cheese sauce later, so undercooking it slightly now will prevent a mushy mess later on. And there you have it, perfectly cooked pasta ready for some cheesy goodness. Now it's time for the star of the show, the cheese sauce. Let's get started. The first step is melting the butter. This acts as the base of our sauce, providing a rich, creamy texture that will coat our pasta perfectly. It's important to melt the butter over medium heat to prevent it from burning, which could give our sauce a bitter taste. Once the butter is completely melted, we're going to add flour. This is what we call making a roux. The flour and butter mixture serves as a thickening agent for our sauce. It's crucial to cook the roux for a couple of minutes, stirring constantly to avoid any lumps and to cook out the raw flour taste. Next, we'll slowly whisk in the milk. This is where patience comes into play. Adding the milk too quickly can result in a lumpy sauce. But if you add it gradually, whisking constantly, you'll end up with a smooth, velvety sauce. It's a delicate process, but trust me, it's worth it. Now comes the most exciting part, adding the cheese. Choose your favorite cheese or a mix of several. Cheddar, Gouda, Monterey Jack, or even a bit of blue cheese for a punch of flavor. The choice is yours. Just remember, the quality of the cheese you use can make or break your sauce. So choose wisely. Once the cheese is added, continue to stir until it's completely melted and incorporated into the sauce. This is the moment where the magic happens. The sauce will start to thicken and become glossy, developing a rich, cheesy flavor that's simply irresistible. And there you have it. You've just created a luscious cheese sauce from scratch. Look at you. You're a regular gourmet chef. This sauce isn't just for mac and cheese, it's versatile. Try it on veggies, over baked potatoes, or even as a dip for breadsticks. Voila! You've just made your very own homemade cheese sauce. Now, are you ready to bring it all together and make the best mac and cheese? Let's get to it. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, combining the pasta and cheese. This is where the magic happens, where two simple ingredients unite to create a dish that's greater than the sum of its parts. Start by taking your perfectly cooked pasta, still warm and slightly al dente. Then introduce it to the star of the show, the cheese sauce. Pour the sauce over the pasta, ensuring every piece gets a touch of this cheesy goodness. Now here's the important part, mixing. You want every noodle to be coated in that creamy, dreamy cheese sauce. And the best way to do that is to stir, gently but thoroughly. Use a large spoon or a spatula and take your time. You want to make sure the pasta and sauce are truly integrated. With the pasta and cheese united, your mac and cheese is almost ready. Every bite will be a celebration of flavor, a testament to the perfect harmony of pasta and cheese. Before we wrap up, let's add some final touches to our mac and cheese. Now, if you're a fan of a bit of crunch with your creamy, you might want to consider a breadcrumb topping. Simply toss some breadcrumbs with a bit of melted butter, sprinkle them over the top of your mac and cheese, and pop everything into the oven for a few minutes. Just long enough to get that top layer beautifully browned and crispy. But don't stop there. There are plenty of other ways to customize your dish. Fancy some extra flavor? Add in some crispy bacon bits. Or if you want to sneak in some greens, try stirring in some sautéed spinach or broccoli. The beauty of mac and cheese is its versatility. For those of you with a spicy palate, a little sprinkle of chili flakes or a dash of hot sauce can bring a whole new dimension to your dish. And let's not forget the power of herbs. A little sprinkle of fresh parsley or thyme can add a pop of color and a burst of freshness. Remember, these are all optional steps. The most important thing is to create a mac and cheese that suits your taste buds. Experiment, have fun, and make it your own. And there you have it. Your homemade mac and cheese is ready to be enjoyed. Bon appetit!
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment.